Paula Lane. Do you know her, folks? I didn't. Well, I say I didn't. I did. I do. But I didn't know what her real name was. Yeah, what am I talking about? Paula Lane. She's a young actress. You may have seen her before. You may have seen her and not realised what her name was. Just like myself. Yes, she used to be in that there Coronation Street. I think she was she David Platt's first wife? I think she was. She might have got stabbed if memory serves. She played a very good part. She was a good young actress. He's been lucky, old David, because both people that he's married in it, or that his partners, are both good actresses. They both could act, which is unusual nowadays in soaps. Which takes me to young Miss or Mrs. Lane. She went over to Emmerdale only recently, and she's gone in it recently, and she's gone in there with a secret, and none of us have known what the secret is until Friday night, that is. It all came out on Friday night. Or was it Thursday? It doesn't matter, does it? I think it was Friday. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I watched it the other day, and I just thought I'd comment. I mean, I don't know if you watch the soap, folks. If you do, spoiler alert, because I'm going to tell you what happened. If you've watched it, no problem, you don't mind listening. And if you don't watch it, you can listen or shoot off, whichever suits. But I've just got something to say in it. Soaps nowadays, folks, in the main are crap. And they're crap because the storylines are pretty poor. But more than that, because most of the actors and actresses in these soaps can't act anymore. We used to have a golden generation of actors propping up these soaps many years ago. They've all gone. I would imagine if you look at every single soap on the TV now, if you can find 5 great actors and actresses within them, you're doing really, really, really well. The quality of acting has got really crap. But this girl can act. This girl really can. She was great in Coronation Street. I think if she stays in Emmerdale, I don't know if she's going to, I think she'll prove pretty good in it. And to that end, she did a scene on Friday. It turns out she's a young child murderer, and it all came out in the wash on Friday. And she did a scene there with old Kay and old Jeff Ardley, and it was very good. Firstly, it was very well written, which does help, but I thought her acting in it was absolutely brilliant, absolutely first class. It's as good as acting as I've seen in a soap for a good while. It really is. And it's hats off from me to her. I thought she was great. It's been weird. The girl's been in it now for a while, but for the last 4 or 5 weeks I keep thinking, how do I know her? Other than Coronation? And I'm thinking, I know what it is. She looks like someone I used to know in my disco days. I was married at the time, nothing was going on, don't worry about that. But there was somebody I used to know from this here Warrington, and she'd go the same disco or nightclub. I think the nightclub sounds better as myself, and I'd see her say once a month there. I'd go twice a month. I'd see her in there once a month, often with a sister. And it's weird, and you were better than a sister, but I've always remembered her sister's name, and I've never remembered hers. And for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I mean, to show this now to me, I've been saying to the other half, I said, this girl on this soap doesn't half remind me of somebody that I used to know. I said, but I can't remember the girl's name. And I knew her really well over about a 4 or 5 year period. She used to have a young child go to the same nursery as one of my kiddies. And I said, just can't think of a name. It took me 2 or 3 weeks to come up with a name. I came up with it midweek this week. I thought, Tony, that was her name, Tony. And she's a dead ringer for her, an absolute dead ringer. But what an actress. What was her name again? See, I don't know her name well. Paula Lane. As I say, no relation to Carla, or as far as I know, no relation to Carla. But what an actress. Really, really good, I thought. The script was good, I thought, but more than that, her acting was superb. So, hats off to her. Good to see somebody able to act now and again in a soap. Doesn't happen often anymore.